Thank you. All right, I'll call work session to order. We have anything besides regional planning to discuss?
Yes, John's come in for a minute. We have an air conditioning issue. He'll take just a couple minutes before Charlene starts.
Okay, John, air conditioning.
All right, probate court section of the old library, where there's 3 different units.
Well, they're gonna be out there in 6 months. What the hell they were?
Okay. I'd like to give you
June,
their
July, and
number.
August.
Yeah.
It's a vintage 40s unit, and it's done. It's shot, it's done. We've put $1,500 into it to no avail whatsoever. We can test it for $2,000. No guarantees whatsoever that we can find it, and if we do find it, we find them all. But the replacement is $9,000, and that's for the inside and outside unit. So 10-day delivery. So right now they don't have any air on that end of the building.
So $9 grand to take care of that.
Right.
But
Right.
the other ones are the same age as that one that failed?
No,
Oh,
no. Now, there's different ones, they're all very old, yes, but that's a 7.5 ton unit for that end of the building.
We have to keep that unit, we'll keep that building climate controlled into the future anyway.
Either we sell it or whatever.
Even to sell it, right,
Yeah.
sell it or use it or
Right.
whatever. So just, it's a heads up, $9 grand. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Or we have to move the money from to do that, it's just another appropriation.
Yep, I asked Tanya to put it together real quick for our board session in case you guys decided to go through it, that we have money in contingencies under our capital projects fund, so we can move it, but I wanted him to come explain it before we went ahead and passed the resolution,
All right,
so we can do that later.
So blessed.
CC Senor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, regional planning location, let's talk about it.
So I met with our regional planning board, and prior to that, I met with Commissioner Kirschner, and we kind of talked about options for what we can do with the space and cost and who handles what and how it's done. And the regional planning board approved an option to further discuss and explore that we, regional planning, pay for the remodel, try to keep it at a budget of $20,000 or less, and ask that the commissioners forgive 3 years worth of rent during that in exchange. So we would have control over the remodel. So I was bringing it to you guys to see if you would agree to that, and if you would, then we'll continue the exploration on it. We have 2 contractors that we've met with to get line item cost estimates on, just so we can compare them and see what they would be. We're waiting for those to come back.
The only exception that I have is that we had some discussion about utilities and those kind of things, and it appears that it would be a giant pain to have to figure out square footage and all that stuff. So I think that we've got a cost estimate on what the utilities would be for that particular piece of the building.
We had, I just found it, I grabbed my stack before I came in here. We had Maximus calculate it just because there's technically kind of 3 buildings with different equipment running, different, so they pulled the cost estimate with just building capital, property insurance, and then maintenance, which is utilities. And I think this is what, if you remember right, that's what we gave. It's about $4,300 a year for that. I think it's in maybe, and it's up to you guys to decide, but I think us paying the maintenance, the utilities, is just easier for us to do instead of, you know, trying to break that out.
Because we talked about them doing their own maintenance, but talk about maintenance, utilities, and what else?
The property insurance, and they did calculate building capital in there as well for like $1,000. So total for all those 3 is the 4,000.
Okay,
Just
so-
utilities was about 2,700.
2,700 for utilities. So while you're, I guess you can go back to your board and ask them, but it appears to me that rather than just waiving utilities, we'd ask $200 a month or someplace like that.
And I believe that was our discussion during our board meeting, that we would understand that depending on how much the utilities are per month. So that's what I want to take back to them, is the amount of utilities, or at least to the executive committee.
But just to be clear,
Year, yes, the year.
just to be clear, in the period of time that you are remodeling and that first 3 years waiving of rent, we would expect to get paid for utilities.
Yes, that would make sense.
Okay.
That's what I would,
I just want to make sure there's no,
Yeah, I think all through either scenario that was all separate from the utility payment.
okay, all right,
Yes.
that's
That's the
fine.
way I understood it.
I agree.
I think that's the way the board understood that night.
I think so too. I believe
So
so.
where are we at timing wise? Board of Elections going to be done?
They are moving out of the regional planning area in late July,
Okay.
and they should be done with the vestibule and everything by September.
It was
So-
September 1.
So the regional planning area will be ready to start to remodel August 1?
I was thinking September.
Yeah,
Probably September.
yeah, because they're gonna do the vestibule last, let them get the Board of Elections moved,
Okay,
Before that
and
goes
then
up.
finish up the vestibule, but,
okay.
so that's where their timeline would be, that they could start getting their.
I think we're all on the same page with this then, I don't know.
Then you guys are okay with the idea of us doing that and moving forward, and then I will talk to my board about the monthly expense for utilities, but I think they'll be pleased with that amount.
And I just asked you coordinate with John just a little bit, because long-term maintenance, if we have to be involved, I would just hope, keep John in the loop on
We will.
what you guys are.
Do you want to do something formally at the meeting today to approve this, or does it matter?
What we need is, do we
We
need
can,
something done?
we'll get some sort of a lease agreement done, I'll have Derek.
I was gonna say, we're still gonna
Yeah.
have something else anyway.
Okay.
Because the
Yeah.
maintenance stuff is theirs for
In theory, that's what we talked about.
I mean, yeah, the remodel and all that, but like any regular maintenance stuff is gonna be theirs as well.
Right.
That
I
was,
think that if
that's
we-
included in here, isn't it, Steve? Because there's maintenance.
If we use that number, the utilities are simply 2,700. If you want to include the maintenance for our guys that's going to do the interior maintenance, then what is that, 1,000?
I don't have the email printed out to know exactly what those were for.
Well, it's total of 4, right? And you took out insurance at 1,000.
Yeah.
That got us.
Insurance is only 145.
Yeah,
Okay,
that-
so,
Building capital improvements is 1,300,
okay.
Yeah.
so.
So if you wanted the maintenance to be on call for you, basically be $100 a month.
I'm stealing it.
Okay.
No, I'm not stealing it, I'm gonna borrow it.
I think that, as far as I'm concerned, they have their choice. Either
Well, sure.
they don't
Yeah.
pay that and they take care of maintenance, or they do pay that and they can call us.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll explore that further, but.
Yeah, I said we wait in the whatever agreement we have written up, once you get a chance to share that. Like I said, I think they're gonna be pleased with that from the conversation I remember at the board meeting.
Yeah, I think that this will make everybody happy.
Yeah, they would rather know what the fixed costs are as opposed to
Right.
Guessing, yeah.
guessing.
Great one, sounds good. Once we have the line item cost estimates back, which both contractors said it'd probably be about 2 weeks. And then they know kind of the timelines, they know the budget. I was gonna share that with you and share that with John, so you guys kind of know what's going on. Well, I'll share it with my executive committee too.
Right, yeah.
But, that way we kind of see where it's at. And then, regional planning will make some determinations, because there are some alternates that they're gonna add in there as well to see if we want them or not. Just a couple ideas each contractor had, and I said, it's fine, add them in as alternates, but I'll never guarantee that we're gonna do any of it until I see it, so.
And they know what we're doing with the vestibule, did you give them? Okay,
They have all of that, they know the vestibule, they know the LED lighting,
Okay.
they know all that.
okay.
Have you had any conversation with the folks at the law library?
They have not sat down since before you gave them the.
So I would ask you to initiate some contact with them, because there will be some things that they either want to make sure you left or would want to, I mean, it might make a difference as to what you take, what you don't take, how you configure the room, how you tear it apart, whatever. I mean, at least let them have some input.
We have advised them that we are taking all of our furniture, they
Okay,
know that.
That's okay. I'm just talking about dividing walls and whatever else that might happen. There may be, they may want some input as to how they would like it left or whatever. So at least have a conversation with them.
We'll do that. Okay, great, thank you very much.
Okay. Miss Stacy back in the court. Does she have anything to say today, or she just here? Feel pretty up to place.
She's been away on a little vacation, so, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I wish I could bring back, oh, actually, I have so many shells, but that's not important. Yes, letters for the schools to get involved with sending yearbooks and putting out some feelers with Ben Gillig about finding a way to better tailor a portion of our big time capsule goal or question to kids in a way that they can actually respond to, respective of, you know, their age and, you know, how the world is currently around them and what significance that would bear. So we're great.
Okay, good. Glad to hear. Okay, well, anybody else have anything they want to talk about this morning? No, it's open if you wish. All right, we'll rest till 10 o'clock, I guess, and then we'll call the
So,
Huh?
I guess so.
I'd like to start it now, but it's against the rules.
Against the rules of, yeah.
What are you looking at me when you say that?
You know, the blade might show up, or, you know, Finley Courier, who knows?
That's my parent company now, you
Yes.
know.